Hi, my name is Jessica Cavol, and this is my video question portion of my application to become an intern for KKi International. The first question that I decided to answer was, if you could pick one theme song for your life, what would it be and why? And I chose the song Let It Be by the Beatles. I'm a big Beatles fan. I love all things Beatles. My dad got me started at a young age of loving John and Paul, Ringo and George. I actually named my dog Lennon after John Lennon. This song in particular, though, has always kind of been my rock when it comes to songs. You know, if I'm having a tough time, if I can't decide what I want to do, I listen to this song and I just listen to the lyrics, Let It Be, because I know that no matter what I want or what I'm going for, it'll be in God's will whether or not it's the time for me to have that thing or go to that place. And, you know, when praying just doesn't feel like it's giving me the answers that I want, and I listen to this song, I realize that it is, you know, whether or not I'm getting the answer that I feel like I want or the answer that I really think I need, I know that I'm getting the answer that God wants me to have. And Let It Be is just a slogan for me to keep in mind at all times, you know. Whether or not I get this internship or whether or not I get that job or that boy dates me, I know let it be is what I'm supposed to do. I'm just supposed to let it be what it's going to be. So with all that, I really think that this is a great theme song for my life in particular, because I know I get stressed out about things and I know I worry whether or not I'm going to get what I want, when really I know that I shouldn't be worrying about that. I should be worrying about whether I get what God wants me to have. So that's my theme song for that. My second question was, what is the biggest need in our current world? For me, I think that the biggest need we need, kind of repetitive, but is to be united and unified as not just our nation, but as our world. We always see, you know, when tragedy strikes, when that hurricane hits or that earthquake destroys a nation, we're there, you know, we're there to donate, we're there to do rescue missions or go a couple years later and do mission work and help rebuild those homes and help, you know, get the nation back on their feet. But what are we doing when there isn't a tragedy? What are we doing when nothing horrible is going on? You know, even though we've been having this war go on for 10 years, there still is this need to help other nations. There are people in need. You know, Uganda in particular, that's why I think Crochet Kids is doing a wonderful thing, you know, going out there and helping these families. And I just think that the rest of the world needs to pitch in, not just to help Uganda, not just to help Peru, but to help everyone. We all need help, and everyone needs a helping hand. And if we're just serving ourselves, that's not serving the greater good of everyone. And that's what I honestly think we need. I think we need to be unified, and I think we need to help when there is no necessary help to be needed. You know, Haiti, who knew, you know? Until that tragedy struck, who was really helping? You know, we had missions going out there, I'm sure, but to just have a general knowledge of Haiti, nobody really knew what was happening there until, you know, devastation hit. So unification, I think, is a big need for us. For my last question, I decided to answer, tell us about one moment that changed the course of your life. For me, I've been a Christian my whole life, and when I was younger, I thought of Christianity as, yeah, I go to church every Sunday, and yeah, I'm in the church plays. I didn't really know what it meant to give your life to Christ until the summer before I went into 8th grade. I was 12 years old, and a couple of my best friends invited me to go to this Christian camp. And I somehow, you know, convinced my parents to raise money so that they could send me. And I went, and it was the most amazing experience of my life. It was a week-long trip that I thought I was just going to hang out with friends. I knew that they had paintball there. I thought I was just going to, you know, have a good time away from home. But it ended up changing my life forever. The speaker there, his name is Chris, and I remember the way he talked was just so amazing and so uplifting. His life was all but perfect, and the way he conveyed himself was so inspiring. And I remember one night he told us what it meant to actually give your life to Christ and serve him. And it wasn't just, you know, saying that you believed in God or saying you believed in Jesus. It was honestly putting your heart out there and giving all you had. And I remember that night I took that leap, and it was the most emotional night of my life. I cried more than I've ever cried ever. But at the same time, I felt free, and I felt like this is what I was supposed to do, and this is what God sent me, you know, not only to give my life, but to also help others. Since that experience, I've volunteered at my church, which is the church I went with, and helping girls that were my age to understand what it means to give their life to Jesus. And the past 2 summers, I've gone to that same exact camp, and I've stood there with girls giving up their lives in the same spot that I gave my life up to Christ. And it honestly changed my life forever and for the better. And I don't know where I'd be today if I hadn't had that amazing experience and that amazing life-changing moment. So that's all from me. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I appreciate that you've watched these videos, and I just hope that you pick the right interns and that this, you know, internship for you guys is as great as I would love to be part of it. So thank you so much.